Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rob and cheat, and not first and for. Make God what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, how they want to see the day they can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the right. You might go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Too long in our little ghetto, Run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel who really love rights. So just I say watch him man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do the righteousness. Hey, we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rasta. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Hey, we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. So just as I say, watch him man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari. War and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. We love all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah.
Good evening and welcome to Toy Story. When the Prime Minister returned from South Africa, in world diplomacy, South Africa is a relatively peaceful country. On the Prime Minister return from South Africa, he threatened the nation. Given now that the Prime Minister is now where mad people live, where mad people is created and reside, and one could argue that Chief Curry has proverbially stick two fingers up at the Prime Minister's military advancement and land grab. When the Prime Minister returns, don't you think it will be war? War! When the Prime Minister returns. We all await the Prime Minister return. I'm sure he's ticking and fidgeting at the moment when he sees Chief Curry. Can you know when in that foreign he have to play the somebody game? Me know the Prime Minister tick and a walla right now if he come home can just break down and let it out. But our Prime Minister, you literally could go in any toy store and buy our Prime Minister. It literally has come to that now. Prime Minister toys are us. PM toys are us. You can literally walk into any toy store and pick up the Jamaica Prime Minister and go to the cashier with him. It's simply like that. Just so. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, via subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Global TV. I'm mad the Prime Minister. I'm mad out. Let me fix my green screen. Mad the PM is madding out. So, on have to go prepare. Have to go prepare somebody to hold him when he come back at judgment. If you know, Debbie Jarvis, good evening. Colleen, good evening and welcome. Who else there? Charlotte Grime, good evening. Gloria Morris, good evening. Elaine Turner, good evening. Welcome. Lauren Taylor, good evening. Barbara Simpson. Who else is there? Maureen Bailey, good evening. Ascot, good evening. Carlene Richards. Jean Anthony, good evening. Good evening, user. Pamela Acola, good evening. Good evening. Who else is there? Karine, good evening, and welcome. Is it Golda Watson? Good evening, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Murdo, help! When the PM comes back, it will be war. War. Because if you remember, in 2021 or so on, I believe, the PM, when asked about his fidgeting behavior with Chief Curry, the PM gave an answer that some of us would say shocked the nation.
Jamaica is a unitary, sovereign state. There is no other sovereign authority in Jamaica other than the government of Jamaica. I want that to be absolutely clear. None. And under my leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign.
Not 1 inch, said the Prime Minister. But the chief paramount of their compound said this.
Ashe. Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew HOLNESS, on behalf of indigenous people of Akompong and the wider Maroon districts of Cockpit Country, I send sincere appreciation for your recent visit to our community and for the government of Jamaica's expression of.
I don't know why when it get you say always buffer, let me just fast forward it a sec.
Caused by Hurricane Melissa. Your presence, accompanied by the several ministers of government, marked the first official visit of your administration to Akompong since my election in 2021, and it was warmly welcomed by our people. We remain grateful for the humanitarian gesture extended to the Akompong people and for your willingness to mobilize resources, particularly those of the JDF military, to assist with the recovery efforts. We also acknowledge your reference on international partners, including Ethiopia, Ghana, and Rwanda, who have expressed readiness to assist in the island's rebuilding efforts.
Corinne, the way our Prime Minister go on now, Ties R Us, I call him. You can literally go in any Thai store, go pick up with Prime Minister, go cashier, pay for him, put him in a bag, and walk out a shop. It is as simple as that. Why am I singing? Let me refresh this. I don't know why Andrew Holness had trouble me tonight. Because you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear, so you're unwelcome. Your advances, Andrew Holness, they're unwelcome.
Ashe. Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew HOLNESS, on behalf of indigenous people of Akompong and the wider Maroon districts of Cockpit Country, I send sincere appreciation for your recent visit to our community and for the government of Jamaica's expression of support following the destruction caused by Hurricane Melissa. Your presence, accompanied by the several ministers of government, marked the first official visit of your administration to Akompong since my election in 2021, and it was warmly welcomed by our people. We remain grateful for the humanitarian gesture extended to the Akompong people, and for your willingness to mobilize resources, particularly those of the JDF military, to assist with the recovery efforts. We also acknowledge your reference on international partners, including Ethiopia, Ghana, and Rwanda, who have expressed readiness to assist in the island's rebuilding efforts. Honorable Prime Minister, following a deep, comprehensive internal review and a formal deliberation, the full Maroon Council has this time decided not to accept the offer on the militarization of the space during the recovery effort. The full Maroon Council instead has resolved to continue with the response, utilizing civilian resources from our joining communities and our partners, both locally and internationally, who have offered to the community their assistance in the recovery efforts. Instead, the Council would like to thank you for the offer on materials and would accept the offer on those materials and equipment necessary to assist in those recovery efforts. We want to ensure, Mr. Prime Minister, that harmony and inclusiveness of our Maroon human resources, of those here in Akompong and adjoining communities, are balanced to execute the infrastructural relief efforts across our Maroon communities. This methodology aligns with our laws and cultural way of life. This decision is based also on the following considerations. 1. The established reconstruction partnerships and resources Akompong has secured through international donations, through technical sponsorships, and volunteer engineering.
Me now go take no criticism of Chief Curry tonight. Anybody criticize Chief Curry? May I go delete them comment, because when Andrew them frigate, me not say anyone or criticize him.
Assistance sufficient to address the rebuilding and development needs arising from the hurricane. These partnerships, coordinated through the Akompong Development Foundation, reflect years of relationship building, and they provide to us a structured, culturally and aligned framework for reconstruction across the Maroon territory. The second consideration was the protection of community well-being and trauma sensitivities. As you would have recognized, our community was significantly devastated, and many of our elders, some of the women as well as children, have endured profound emotional trauma. In the aftermath, the introduction of military personnel carrying assault rifles, as we would have seen just the other day, even in a humanitarian capacity, could exacerbate and distress and cause additional distress among residents of the community. The Council believes that reconstruction conducted through civilian and community-based teams is the most appropriate path for maintaining emotional security and cultural stability at this time. This, I'm sure, you can understand, Mr. Prime Minister. Our treaty obligations and governance. The third consideration would be the treaty obligations and governance responsibilities Akompong, as a treaty recognized indigenous polity under the 1738 treaty, bears the responsibility of in ensuring that the recovery operation within the territorial space are consistent with its laws, governance institutions, and cultural protocols. The Council has therefore determined that internal and partner-supported reconstruction efforts remain the most suitable avenue for the recovery from the damages that were sustained. This decision is not a rejection of cooperation, nor does it diminish the appreciation of the humanitarian intent behind your offer. We again thank you. but rather it reflects Akompong's capacity to manage its internal recovery efforts through established civilian channels and international collaborative efforts that have been ongoing since the impact of the storm. I again reiterate our commitment to engage in dialogue on areas where meaningful cooperation between the government of Jamaica and the Akompong Maroons can be maintained. We thank everyone for their continued support, particularly in matters related to the disaster readiness and recovery from the effects of Hurricane Melissa. The Maroons continue to show their resilience and share their support with the broader communities impacted by the storm. We respectfully emphasize that this disaster relief cannot be interpreted as altering or diminishing Akompong's treaty-recognized autonomy. The historical and legal foundations of the 1738 treaty remain intact and continue to guide our interactions with the Jamaica state government. Honorable Prime Minister, we again express our sincere gratitude for your visit and your expression of solidarity during this difficult time. We remain committed to peaceful engagement, transparent dialogue, and long-term well-being of all communities within the cockpit country. May this period of national recovery represent an opportunity for renewed mutual respect and for collaborative efforts that honor both Jamaica's constitutional framework and Akompong's treaty-based autonomy. Thank you.
How will these two arguments work together on the Prime Minister's return?
Jamaica is a unitary, sovereign state. There is no other sovereign authority in Jamaica other than the government of Jamaica. I want that to be absolutely clear. None. And under my leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign.
The Maroons' sovereignty weren't disturbed until Andrew Holness' regime. They weren't disturbed until Andrew Holness ready for him land grab. Jamaica and St. Elizabeth on a whole, it is time to take a stand. The Prime Minister wants land. That is very clear to many of us now. We should not vacate our land. Sharon Wagwan, Lynette Jenkins, we should not vacate our land for the Prime Minister. We remember the Prime Minister over Clifton Lodge. So we know exactly who we're dealing with. It's not like we're dealing with somebody who have conscience. We're dealing with an idiot. We're dealing with a bully. We're dealing with a dictator. No other government in Jamaica since independence have tried what Andrew Holness tried. And this militarization must not be accepted because we've seen Holness tried it before. We see when they go cut out lumber out a quick step, how Andrew Holness mobilized the military and the police and send them in a cockpit country to go steal lumber. We see that Andrew Holness have a face-off with Chief Curry since Chief Curry has been elected purely because Chief Curry stand vehemently against the exploitation of Maroon land and what's under the ground, which a lot of other previous Maroon leaders like Ferran Williams and the other was just allowing Babsy and the whole of them to pluck what they want out of the Coptic country. Somebody have to take a stand. Andrew is using Jamaica law, which is totally irrelevant to the whole debate. You cannot debate Maroon sovereignty in Jamaica law. Maroon sovereignty exists before fake Jamaica. But that's for another conversation. But we must not accept Andrew Badmanism and Andrew Landgrabism, because all of Andrew plan for St. Elizabeth. All of Andrew plan for St. Elizabeth, Andrew have not consulted St. Elizabeth people up until this day. All of Andrew Holness plan for St. Elizabeth in just a walk around and a tell we what it is going to be. Jamaica no belong to Andrew Holness. So we don't have to make Andrew Holness threaten we. We don't have to make Andrew Holness tell we belong to him and what we now go get. Somebody need to stand against Andrew Holness. And kudos to Chief Curry and a great diplomatic move. Kudos to Chief Curry and a great diplomatic move. Andrew take the Chinese, them, but you and the American, them in Andrew. Because officially, when you start the war with Chief Curry, and the Chinese, them you have land line up for, where you take money from, and you want land to give the Chinese, them for mine. Now that you're advanced, me don't know how that will go with you and the American, them. Because the reason why them use Melissa to attack Jamaica is because they told you in 2023, roll back the Chinese investment, otherwise we're going to take back control of Jamaica. I've been telling my audience that since 2023. See it here now. It happened now. So now that Andrew Holness are encroach again, now that Andrew Holness are used the disaster to encroach upon the Catholic country again. We not fool Andrew Holness. We from St. Elizabeth don't dunce. We not dunce like Uno. What I would challenge you to do, Prime Minister, you see, like how Chief Curry sit down calm, collectedly, and address the nation. I would like you to try it. Prime Minister, I would like you to try it. Both the Chinese and the American user them do geographical mapping, geo-survey over Jamaica. And both of them, in them geo-survey, realize where all of the precious materials are. And them realize that the Catholic country got truckloads of it. And from that, Andrew Holness a go mad because him want chop it up for different people them to make money off of it. Chief Curry them don't want disturb the land. The Americans them don't want the Chinese to get whole on these rich material, because a lot of these material are important to their war games, such as the F-35 fighter jet, a lot of these electronic, a lot of these war gadgets that you see they use in war. Jamaica, though most people wouldn't tell you, contribute to these war that you see going on in this world, and these people who are going around the world flexing their muscle. Why you think the Americans monopolize or want to have a monopoly on Jamaica rare earth material? Because at that them are used to build all of them war technologies. So if you understand how important Jamaica rare earth material is when it comes to the modern warfare, and you have these two big countries, the two top military giants, the two top economic giants, in the same spot, vowing for the same material, for the same military industrial race. You understand? When me tell you from 2023, the geopolitical warfare that Jamaica is locked into, is it becoming any more clearer to you now? Is it becoming any more clearer to you now? We know whose side Andrew Holness is on. But like any other prostitute, Andrew will sneak through the fence. Jamaica at the moment is in a very precarious situation because our leader is walking and cheering us up to all sorts. You name them. Anybody the prime minister can get a thing from and give a piece of it to, he will do it. But the long-term consequences, Jamaica, of we losing any little sovereignty we have, the lands we have, or rights to even live free and fair. It is what our government is taking us back into. After the country chop up and the prime minister plans, after the country broke down, the prime minister plan for the country is to go around and share up Jamaica piece here and there, everywhere, but not 1 inch of consultation with the people of Jamaica or the people of St. Elizabeth. This is not a dictatorship. We cannot let Andrew Holness keep lecturing us. How much of us in the areas where Melissa hit badly, how much of the MP them sit down and have a consultation with the people them about anything? Nothing at all. We only get lecture from the bully podium on a day-to-day basis. And when you ask the question, you have stupid Jamaicans, stupid Andrew Holness supporters want to come to your platform with literal nonsense. I mean, registered nonsense. Because some of these people nonsense, registered and certified. That's why they arms it up so. That's why some of them don't read, can't read, will never learn, because they have to wait for news carrying. The people that used to support Andrew Holness rely on news carrying. They don't rely upon research. They don't rely upon facts. They only rely upon the little thing in their hand and the lion's story. This is why labor rights never win any debate. Because every debate they come with lion's story. When you tell them, so the Prime Minister 2030 vision, when keep ram down on is, please go and read the Prime Minister in him talking and in the Jamaica paper them will never tell you that the 2030, the Vision 2030 is the UN 2030 agenda. You have to go and read the United Nations document to see that I am not lying to you. I am not spreading propaganda on the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister have a vested interest in not letting you know what UN 2030 agenda is about. Because if you know, you would rip the fuck up, you see. If you know, you would rip it up. But because you don't know, you think the Prime Minister's Vision 2030 is modernization of Jamaica and development of Jamaica. In a way, yes. The question is, for whom? For whom? Who Jamaica developed for? Have you asked yourself the question? Have you asked yourself the question? Have you asked yourself the question? Who is Jamaica being developed for? Who is Black River being reconstructed for? Hmm? We can't sit down and when government talk, we nod we head. Who taught you that at school? Hmm? Who taught you at school that when government speak, you should nod your head? Who taught you to be a yes man? Hmm? Who taught you to be a yes man? Who tell you to take the first answer and walk away with it? Are you satisfied with what you heard? Hmm? Because this is what Andrew Holness and it done fail basic school, turn around and fail Jamal labor rights. Would want you believe. You know, as long as you question not your bad mind, you're PNP. So what if we're PNP? Hmm? We have to be something in a Jamaica. How them a Batman and lesbian and sodomite and we don't have a problem with it. So why they have a problem with we being PNP? Why they don't have a problem with Babsy Grange and ask Babsy Grange, did you have to prepare any young girl for Bill Clinton to feel up while one of the Adam Stewart galangin? We have to ask question. A lot of things happening in the dark. That's why when me dead and come back, there's many things I want to be like a fly, wall, night, bush. You know, all of the things them that have our secrets. Yes. And them something that me want to be beat and teach what I want. Hmm? And then something that me want to be wall, fly, bush, night. Hmm? And them something that me want to do when we come back. We don't want to come back in a farm. Yeah. We want to come back in a night, bush, fly, or wall. Then none of you can hide from me. Because all I know, none of you have no inhibition when you say fly. One of the things say wall on no best friend. Night no her eye and bush no her ears. And them something that me want to come back as.
In Black River right now, it's not just the hurricane that messed up people's lives. It's the silence, the waiting, and the uncertainty after small business owners lost everything. Stalls, shops, equipment, stock, gone in minutes. And now, when some people try to rebuild a simple stall just to feed their
Yes, beat and teach. Bill Clinton carcass. Bill Clinton carcass. Me don't know which pickaxe they use and dig out Bill Clinton carcass, but Bill Clinton Foundation. Clinton Foundation. You remember Monica Lewinsky's bill, Janita Broderick bill, Paula Jones bill, Hillary Clinton sexual predatory perjury himself impeach husband bill, the caucus of Bill Clinton. End up in a Jamaica. We wonder how far the dead flesh eating Junkro, Oprah, and Bill Gates with the poison eagle them there. Yes, Junkro, because we know say on a disaster zone Junkro. And one of the dead Junkro turn up. So we look for that Junkro. The dead meat eating people them like Oprah and Bill Gates because Bill Clinton turn up already.
In Black River right now, it's not just the hurricane that messed up people's lives. It's the silence, the waiting, and the uncertainty after small business owners lost everything. Stalls, shops, equipment, stock, gone in minutes. And now, when some people try to rebuild a simple stall just to feed their family, they're being told to stop until
Babsy Grange. Now that we know Bill Clinton likes to grope young women, like to abuse young women, like to use his power for sexual advances, Babsy Grange, did you have to provide anyone for Bill Clinton to findle and fondle with? Yes, Babsy Grange, because we know that you are a person who like to take money rent car and buy gun give young boy that always turn up dead in a car where Babsy Grange rent or buy. Who buy them the gun, Babsy Grange? Babsy Grange in charge of the government. Well, Lord Jesus, what a country. Hmm? Gangster. Gangster. Hmm? Gangster. Gangster. Hmm? The cradle snatcher. Thick man sweetheart. Involved, in charge of the government. And one to tell we say Jamaica is a normal place. When a gun woman, a gangster, head of a gang, but then again, Horace Chang is the head of security in hospital mending his broken heart. He's the head of a gang as well. I mean, Juliet Holness is a gangster himself. So what if, oh, Jesus, Lord God Almighty!
In Black River right now, it's not just the hurricane that messed up people's lives. It's the silence, the waiting, and the uncertainty after small business owners lost everything. Stalls, shops, equipment, stock, gone in minutes. And now, when some people try to rebuild a simple stall just to feed their family, they're being told to stop until proper permission is granted. We understand safety. We understand planning. But what about survival? What about
Neville, get where the duck get, yes, in a sense, because ducks swim around in a lot of shitty water, and that's all we have left right here now to do is swim around in shitty water. That's all. And the honest girl, South Africa, left we in a shitty water, and the owners come back from South Africa, give the people them a good cussing off, we come help draw we out of the shitty water, and the Prime Minister gone a foreign again, left we in a shitty water. I mean, know when he come back, he might go give we a good old hiding in the same shitty water. So, in a sense, yes, we get what they don't get. Be a shitty water.
the vendors who depend on today to live tomorrow? What people are feeling on the ground is more than frustration. It's fear. Fear that after the dust settles, the little man won't have a place in the new Black River. Fear that while we wait on permits, the big players already have their architects, their connections, and their green lights ready. People have not forgotten that the Prime Minister spoke openly about building a new city. So when the average Jamaican looks around and see police stopping vendors from rebuilding their own spot, what else are they supposed to think? Black River is built on that hustle, on the vendors, the fishermen, the shopkeepers, the market ladies, the everyday people who make the town alive. And right now, they feel pushed aside. They feel silent. They feel like their survival is on pause while decisions are being made far above their heads.
Mm-hmm. And they don't want us to talk. They don't want us to question these things. When we say the Prime Minister encroach upon we, and not just talk where talk is, so the evidence is there that the Prime Minister encroach upon we. When the Prime Minister come a Black River, come set out in plan, he never consult with we. Until we say, he no want nobody to know, because he no want we talk buy up land and own and lay claim to land around there. That the Prime Minister tell we, and little after that, the whole of our city and community just lick down boof, just a dot so. And the Prime Minister move in with land agency. The Prime Minister want move in with military. St. Elizabeth people all long me and telling us on the go and plan say after war with Andrew Holness. I want to sit down and make Andrew Holness declare war upon of us.
I'm Chaplain Williams. I'm from the National Land Agency. I'm the supervisor for topographic data management. Today we're here in Black River, and my team and I were mapping the entire town and its environment.
User, this is why the labor right them have them fake voice note and narrative go around on YouTube, on social media, all about said Chief Courier plan to overthrow the Jamaica government. That's the plot for Andrew Holness send him security forces go arrest Chief Curry and place Chief Curry under national security threat. And that them a boil up for. That is what the government and the labor right them, that is the plot. But tell them stay with the ahead of them. Them they down the hill, with the up on the hill and look down upon them. Fools. Foolish labor right. And down the hill or not there. We are up the hill. We are up the hill. So no kind of late. We don't know plans. We are a step ahead of UNO. Stupid labor rights. So on a wicked plan them wanna come with, on a wicked narrative them wanna create. We know the reason why you not create them.
I'm Chaplain Williams. I'm from the National Land Agency. I'm the supervisor for topographic data management. Today we're here in Black River, and my team and I were mapping the entire town and its environs as well. We're doing it for recovery purposes as well as to find those government lands that can be used as a part of the recovery planning process.
For the average Jamaicans, what does that mean?
Well, for the average Jamaicans, what it means is that the government, through the arm of the National Land Agency, is trying to find those lands that are within the area that was affected, that can be used to whether to house persons who are displaced, or for new industries, for whatever purposes it is that the government wants, based on what the plans are going forward for Black River, then those lands can be used for those purposes.
If Jamaicans want to get more information on the plans, future plans, based on your evaluation, how can they go about getting that information?
Okay, well, based on what needs to be done, the Parish Council, which would be the Black River Parish Council, they will be the ones who would lead that process, but also the government, from the perspective of the local government ministry, would also play a part, and also the ODPEM, because they're in charge of the whole recovery process as well. Yeah.
All of them people will have them spot in a Black River. Them are gonna lose it. Because Andrew Holness are gonna claim the town as UDC land.
See about me. Me not afraid of nobody. Me will go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it. And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so. Yeah. So make them, and as many memes as they can make, I can make it too. So it's going to be war. And I want it to be clear that I don't need to be threatened. I just want that to be clear. I am not going to accept any threats about if you know.
This threaten me to blood clot. Oh, me done talk to Bamba one. I know me a talk to God yet.
You know, make me know, say, I know with the Prime Minister they attack to when he say, I will not accept any threats. You even hear him roll the threats. Fine, let's listen to the Prime Minister again.
And I want it to be clear that I don't need to be threatened. I just want that to be clear.
Listen to English.
I am not going to accept any threats about if you know.
So you see, I never with Andrew attack to her. When Andrew attack to we, when Andrew attack to we, Andrew not talking in English. This is how Andrew talk to we.
See about me. Me not afraid of nobody. Me will go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it. And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so. Yeah. So make them, and as many memes as they can make, I can make it too. So it's going to be war.
That's Andrew Holness speaking to us. So when Andrew Holness in a parliament has said, I will not accept any threats. And the threat is, the Prime Minister said the threat is, if you know. So now with the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister not talk to us so nicely. So don't mistake the Prime Minister say, are we? I know we enjoy that. Andrew not talk to us so nicely. If you know. Andrew Holness, Floyd Green, we're not going to stop advocating for parity and Black River because there is a reason.
This is a viewing of.
There is a reason, Andrew Holness, why we're forgotten. There is a reason why we're chucked aside. There is a reason why the mainstream media is in utter blindness. There is a reason why mainstream media and the government is in utter blindness of what took place in Black River and parity in particular. We were just happens to be in the government's way of its third city and its South Coast tourism development. We just happened, accidentally or incidentally, whichever one of this dentally, we just happens to be in the Prime Minister's way. And coincidentally, one of the dentally, coincidentally, Melissa just happens to come just in time. Just in time. When the Prime Minister want land. Just in time, you know. Melissa never even come before. Or Melissa never even wait till we forget what the Prime Minister said. Just in time. When Andrew Holness came to Black River in July, the Prime Minister gave us a clear warning. We probably weren't paying close attention. The Prime Minister gave us a clear warning. We weren't paying attention. But you may want to ask yourself, several years ago, why on earth do they fail to consult us? Why on earth does the government not want to have a conversation with the same people he's going to build a new city around? The same people the Prime Minister is going to do a tourism development around. The same people that the Prime Minister took a lot of investors' money from India, Dubai, America. I open money, Andrew Holness take pan with in Jamaica. The Prime Minister mortgage will be free because we now go benefit none of the mortgage where the Prime Minister take out pan with. The Prime Minister mortgage will be free because to benefit that big mortgage where the Prime Minister take out pan where we have to go work and pay back. Jesus Christ, I know they have money for thief. And no MP and no labor rights are go rich. And we don't even have no way to send them to prison. They just go rich and walk off in the sunshine. So,
Several years ago, I had mentioned that Jamaica needs to purpose build a city. We will now take the opportunity to properly reorganize the town.
In the end, I'm hopeful the science will win out.
But while it is destroyed, we can vision a future of it rising stronger and better. Because the truth is that many of the buildings were not properly located in the first place. They were in vulnerable areas.
So I must basically may knock it down for relocate it because it never really located in the right place. The engineers back then and just said, oh, those engineers never have sense then, really. But we have survived up until them create a man-made hurricane, have we not? Even though Andrew Holness were building them never locate properly. But we survived every hurricane until Funaman make one. Work it out, no Prime Minister.
We will now take the opportunity to properly reorganize the town and to build back even stronger. So yes, we got a big blow. Black River is what you would describe as ground zero. It took
as gold. Him a play the Michael Man lyricism fan with you. I mean, I don't know why Andrew Holness had do it and know say nobody not to believe right now go accept it. How him a play the Michael Manley khaki suit, epaulet and all that. Andrew Holness, stop do it. Stop it. You look bad when you do it. I mean, even the dog shit by Michael Manley shoes, Andrew Holness, better than you. Andrew Holness, even the dog shit from Michael Manley shoes, better. So stop it. Because we see where you are doing, no idiot.
The front of it and the corridor through the south of St. Elizabeth, through Black River, going across the island, going into St. James, that corridor was totally damaged. But the recovery is not beyond us. It's not beyond the government. It's not beyond the people. And we will get it done. So,
by the way, this gentleman is also from the United States with an interesting name, Sky Fitzgerald. Great to have you with us, but you're not here just for the hurricane. You're not here for the hurricane at all. Why are you here?
We are here to document the human impacts of climate change-induced extreme weather worldwide. And events like Melissa have grown into such megastorms over the years that we really feel like it's important to document the impact on people all over the world as they face extreme weather events.
When did you come?
We came just yesterday.
Wow. And what have you found since you have you started to work things out yet and said, well, climate change is this and that and the other?
Well, you know, if you look around, as the winds pick up and the rain begins to fall, I think everyone on this island is going to discover pretty quickly just how impactful climate change can be on every person's life, because I think we're going to see a lot of rain here.
You have some people in your country that don't even believe there's anything called climate change.
Indeed, that's the case, sadly. Sadly, I think in the end, I'm hopeful that science will win out, and that facts and journalism will show that indeed we need to listen to the scientists. But I think showing people the brunt impact of events like Melissa is absolutely critical to that endeavor.
And is climate change different in Jamaica as in the United States?
I think climate change takes different forms in different places across the globe, you know, but because the Caribbean is so warm, such a warm mass of water, of course, that's what allows things like Melissa to grow to such scale like it is here today.
And that's why Melissa shouldn't walk fast as well. That's why Melissa shouldn't walk fast in the hot water. That's one of the unusual things about Melissa, because the hot water should have made Melissa walk faster.
I mean that you've done this before with other storms, other hurricanes?
Yeah, we're working with a bunch of organizations, including NASA and NOAA, in different ways to document storms. So as well as megafires in the west as well, which are, you know, because of climate change, because of drying fuels. So this is just one piece of our larger project.
And who gets this?
No, sir. They're not because of climate change. They're the land clearing method. They are the land clearing method that the United Nations used to create its new sustainable development goals, cities. They call them the SDG cities. It's not climate change. It's land clearing. It's the United Nations and the Americans' method of land clearing to build a city. All right.
Who gets this at the end of the documentary? Who do you send it to and what they do with it?
Yeah, this is a feature documentary that's shot globally. So in the end, we'll distribute it on major distribution platforms, and we haven't sold it yet, but it'll probably be on one of the biggies, either Netflix or Amazon or something of that stature.
Several years ago, I had mentioned that Jamaica needs to purpose build a city. We haven't really purpose built a city. We've never done it. Certainly not since colonial times. Maybe Spanish Town was the only purpose built city. And I had tasked the UEC to identify the area that would be best suited for the development of the third city. 2 areas were in close competition. I'm not going to say specifically where, because that is going to just unleash. You don't want people to go and start to buy land and stake claim, and then you can't do what you need to do. So we don't give the details as to where. But suffice to say that the area that we have been advised is the best area to do an entirely new city, and it is because all the requisite elements to create a new city exist here. And you don't want to create a city that replicates Montego Bay and replicates Kingston. You want to create something unique. And therefore, this parish, St. Elizabeth, would be where we would be looking to develop our new city. That's a big deal, a big announcement.
A big deal, he says. A big announcement. While the fools who, some of them in Southwest St. Elizabeth as well, would have lost their roofs or their homes, were there cheering on the Prime Minister? Were there cheering on the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister only come to St. Elizabeth in July under the pretext of opening KFC. Come explain to we. Backhandedly say, I'm going to knock down Black River and the local environments and build it back in their own way. In their own way, them are going to knock it down and build it back. Knock it down they did. Did they not? Look at the state when left PAROTTEE in a Prime Minister and refuse to acknowledge it. Refuse to talk about it. Refuse to provide with any help or any assistance. Yes, KFC okay down a Black River because to say even time sometimes like green got KFC go get the leftover stale food them and carry about and about in a constituency. Yeah. Oh yes, KFC I feel up and running. I say St. Thomas Marant be a KFC up in. Grams Morgan like how Marant be saying they start operating now. You need to go back they go cry now. Grams Morgan, we don't know what Dana here which one most familiar. You need to go back and Marant Bay Urban Center go cry. Idiots.
This is a viewing of PAROTTEE district that has been separated in 2. On this side, above me there, you have persons who come in to give aid to the community, but they, upon turning off on Crane Road, they weren't aware that the community is separated in 2. See the depths of the water and the width of it as well, you can see. So we are on the opposite side and the folks are on the other side. There's no way to make any entrance into the community, which was once a hole, but it's now cut in 2. Unless you have to take it by foot all the way over there on the mangrove, which in you have to be a well-known resident of the area to foot it. But these persons come today and they want to give aid to the whole community. And I think at this point, they will be trying to venture and to brave it across on foot to see, because they're thinking that by way of the information they've received, it might be possible for them to. There we have Angela in the mangrove. She's a well-known resident of the community, and she's very kind. I know her personally. She's my friend. So there, Angela has loaded up her wheelbarrow with the goods. There they are. They're cheering her on. And we on this side, we are with her. We're with her as well. We're with her as well.
But our love is there with you guys. Let God break up with you, don't go to the edge. Jesus loves you too.
That's the state where Andrew Holness and Floyd Green left with Inner. They don't want to talk about it. It's like the other day, Floyd Green was in the press conference, and the only thing Floyd Green had to say about PAROTTEE, he never said anything about the devastation throughout his entire constituency. I mean, there wasn't anywhere in Floyd Green's constituency that wasn't touched. There wasn't anywhere in Floyd Green constituency that wasn't touched. And you heard nothing from Floyd Green of the devastation of mainly PAROTTEE and Black River, which is two of the most devastated places in his constituency. The only thing he spoke of PAROTTEE is about sending people, some of the people from the mining partnership figure the beach cleaning. When my cousin arranged the cleanup for the community on the 30th of November, they tried to get assistance from Floyd Green, at least to get truck to pick up the debris out of the community when they pile them up. Nothing from Floyd Green. They have totally ignored us, blank us, like we don't exist. Andrew Holness, we know say overland. Andrew Holness, we know say overland. The subliminal war where you declare Prime Minister and go on like a false information, you declare it, and we know what the problem is because we know to say, I saw you bully we when you want silence we. This time, Prime Minister, you see, just like how you say you go toe-to-toe with we, you meet your match over here, so. Over here, so Prime Minister, like how you say you go toe-to-toe with we, you meet your match over here, so. And now we are go mad. And now we are go mad because you very self tell we say you don't need an opposition. And our voices, Prime Minister, our questioning, our scrutiny, Prime Minister, is in opposition to your corruption, your crookedness, and your narcissistic behavior. So now you are go mad. And now MPM are go mad.
And I want it to be clear that I don't need to be threatened. I just want that to be clear. I am not going to accept any threats about if you know.
This threaten me to blood clot. Oh, me done talk to Bamba Wall. I know me a talk to God yet.
Jamaica, may I give him until Tuesday the latest. The Prime Minister comes back tomorrow, Sunday, whatever. There's probably going to be a press briefing on Monday. And then Tuesday will be a session in Parliament as well. The latest the Prime Minister can keep it for is until Tuesday in a Parliament. But what I can tell you, prepare for the meltdown when MPM returns. When MPM return, prepare for the meltdown because it bound to happen. If it not happen, then we have to go buy Andrew Holness lollipop. If the meltdown don't happen, when Andrew Holness come back from New York, tomorrow I come back, may I give him until Tuesday if I have the meltdown. May I give him until Tuesday. And we're going to have to, if Andrew come back and don't have a meltdown over what Chief Curry said, we personally over here, we're going to collect donation to buy a lollipop for the Prime Minister. Because, you know, when Pickney behave well, hey, Jesus. When Pickney behave well, you have to give them a lollipop. So, if the Prime Minister come back from New York and don't have a meltdown or a crash out, then we're going to collect donation to buy the Prime Minister a lollipop.
Ashe. Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, on behalf of Indigenous people of Akompong and the wider Maroon districts of Cockpit Country, I send sincere appreciation for your recent visit to our community and for the government of Jamaica's expression of support following the destruction caused by Hurricane Melissa. Your presence, accompanied by the several ministers of government, marked the first official visit of your administration to Akompong since my election in 2021, and it was warmly welcomed by our people. We remain grateful for the humanitarian gesture extended to the Akompong people and for your willingness to mobilize resources, particularly those of the JDF military, to assist with the recovery efforts. We also acknowledge your reference on international partners, including Ethiopia, Ghana, and Rwanda, who have expressed readiness to assist in the island's rebuilding efforts. Honorable Prime Minister, following a deep, comprehensive internal review and a formal deliberation, the full Maroon Council has this time decided not to accept the offer on the militarization of the space during the recovery effort. The full Maroon Council instead has resolved to continue with the response, utilizing civilian resources from our joining communities and our partners, both locally and internationally, who have offered to the community their assistance in the recovery efforts. Instead, the Council would like to thank you for the offer on materials and would accept the offer on those materials and equipment necessary to assist in those recovery efforts. We want to ensure, Mr. Prime Minister, that harmony and inclusiveness of our Maroon human resources, of those here in Akompong and adjoining communities, are balanced to execute the infrastructural relief efforts across our Maroon communities. This methodology aligns with our laws and cultural way of life. This decision is based also on the following considerations. 1. The established reconstruction partnerships and resources Akompong has secured through international donations, through technical sponsorships, and volunteer engineering assistance sufficient to address the rebuilding and development needs arising from the hurricane. These partnerships, coordinated through the Akompong Development Foundation, reflect years of relationship building, and they provide to us a structured, culturally and aligned framework for reconstruction across the Maroon territory. The second consideration was the protection of community well-being and trauma sensitivities. As you would have recognized,
Randy or possibly give me half a bill machine for sucker and pan.
community was significantly devastated. And many of our elders, some of the women as well as children, have endured profound emotional trauma. In the aftermath, the introduction of military personnel carrying assault rifles, as we would have seen just the other day, even in a humanitarian capacity, could exacerbate and distress and cause additional distress among residents of the community. The Council believes that reconstruction conducted through civilian and community-based teams is the most appropriate path for maintaining emotional security and cultural stability at this time. This, I'm sure, you can understand, Mr. Prime Minister. Our treaty obligations and governance. The third consideration would be the treaty obligations and governance responsibilities accompany as a treaty recognized indigenous polity under the 1738 treaty bears the responsibility of in ensuring that the recovery operation within the territorial space are consistent with its laws, governance institutions, and cultural protocols. The Council has therefore determined that internal and partner-supported reconstruction efforts remain the most suitable avenue for the recovery from the damages that were sustained. This decision is not a rejection of cooperation, nor does it diminish the appreciation of the humanitarian intent behind your offer. We again thank you. But rather, it reflects Akompong's capacity to manage its internal recovery efforts through established civilian channels and international collaborative efforts that have been ongoing since the impact of the storm. I again reiterate our commitment to engage in dialogue on areas where meaningful cooperation between the government of Jamaica and the Akompong Maroons can be maintained. We thank everyone for their continued support, particularly in matters related to the disaster readiness and recovery from the effects of Hurricane Melissa. The Maroons continue to show their resilience and share their support with the broader communities impacted by the storm. We respectfully emphasize that this disaster relief cannot be interpreted as altering or diminishing Akompong's treaty-recognized autonomy. The historical and legal foundations of the 1738 treaty remain intact and continue to guide our interactions with the Jamaica state government. Honorable Prime Minister, we again express our sincere gratitude for your visit and your expression of solidarity during this difficult time. We remain committed to peaceful engagement, transparent dialogue, and long-term well-being of all communities within the cockpit country. May this period of national recovery represent an opportunity for renewed mutual respect and for collaborative efforts that honor both Jamaica's constitutional framework and Akompong's treaty-based autonomy. Thank you.
Anyway, Andrew Holness that tonight in Kinacratchim.
Jamaica is a unitary, sovereign state. There is no other sovereign authority in Jamaica other than the government of Jamaica. I want that to be absolutely clear. None. And under my leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign.
Somebody send somebody a press conference. If the Prime Minister turn up a press conference Monday, me know either Zara or Dean Jacks Miller will pose such a question. If they fail to pose the question, then one of Mulvina's daughter, because you know them love the content. Whoa! What a Titi Mulvina's daughter, I'm sure for the purpose of getting the Prime Minister's rage across, will ask the question, believe you me? So as long as the Prime Minister turn up a press conference Monday, we are going to have a brawl. I mean, this response, just make anybody ask the Prime Minister the question. The answer will be a brawl between the Prime Minister and himself. Because you know, when the Prime Minister deals with the Jamaica people, it becomes a brawl, a street fight. Prime Minister, street fighting. That's the way you communicate with us. That's why when you say, I will not accept any threats, we don't say somebody other than we are talk, because you not talk to us so nicely. But Andrew Holness, I'm of the view that Sentinel must lead the charge in this war. Because we are come for, you know. We are come for. You want when you tell us you need space down there. And you know, want nobody buy up no land down there, and want nobody claim that the state no claim down there. So we know. We know that everything is about land. So when you and Babsy try to hijack Chief Curry with the Andrew Holness and go up, they go disrespect Chief Curry and his security, Andrew Holness. It was a show of force. We know one another. We know say it was a show of force. Because when you come back, you're embarrassed. And you just use your embarrassed to make war so. And a war can't tackle with just so. No. When you go up a compound town, Babsy Grange, I believe, on the same day, alert the Maroons that she will be coming to their compound. An hour, 1 hour before they arrive, Babsy announced, the Prime Minister will be coming as well. And you saw the disrespect that ensued after that. So why would the chief accept your militarization, Andrew Holness, after such an first? This is the first impression, your first interaction with Chief Curry, Andrew Holness. This is the impression that was left globally.
And his security, sir. Sir, the chief and his security. The chief and his security. And his security. And his Don't do that. I'm going to send a chief. Excuse me. The chief is calling me. I'm going to send a chief. Just relax. I don't know what's going
Yeah. So we know Andrew's intention. Monica Wills is asking how, where's the question? How does the PM travel when he goes internationally? Now, while we haven't got a airline for ourselves, and for what we know, the Jamaica people doesn't have a private airline for our leader. So his mode of travel would either be first class or business class, along with his delegation, which we, the taxpayers, pay for. Okay? The Prime Minister would travel first or business class, and given how them passion how we fool, I would almost imagine Andrew Holness and his delegation would fly first class. But whatever mode of transport, we pay for it. And however much of them is going as well with the Prime Minister, we pay for it. It was said that his family went to South Africa as well when he went to the G-Watsits. I'm not aware of any official confirmation of that. So, I don't know. Hope the Prime Minister could respond to that, because I know I'm very touchy-feely and he loves to respond to everything. So, hopefully, he might just respond to that. But when the Prime Minister comes, it will be war. Given that the Prime Minister will be meeting with mad people like Donald Trump or people from Donald Trump's administration, I mean, they will inject him. They will inject the PM with their version of mad post piss. And I'm sure when the PM comes back, I mean, he will be tinning piss. It will be a street brawl, Jamaica. It will be a street brawl. Just get someone to ask the Prime Minister, what's your response to Chief Curry's rejection of the militarization of their compound? Hey, it will be a street brawl, the answer from the Prime Minister. Thank you very much for being here tonight. And remember, the message from Marcus Garvey is unite Jamaica or perish. Saint Elizabeth, wake the hell up. We should not accept any threats from Andrew Holness. Thank you very much, and good night from Global TV.
Run, keep going on, less roses. For children of Israel who really love rights. So just a and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war cry. Fight down. Listen, Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. time away, put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and fight. Fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and fight. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then
if you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favourites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.